How you guys? How you doing? Drive time, story time. Anyways, I wanted to come on and talk a little bit about how I got here. Um, so was it sudden enlightenment? I know a lot of people are going through their awakenings right now and they're starting to wake up to a lot of things that, is this world real? Is this a matrix? Is this, what we think it is? That type of thing. Okay, well, when I was 8 years old, I told myself I needed to copy a particular character out of the Bible because I saw that character as a loving, kind, caring, compassionate person. So at 8 years old, I got baptized. I heard about the story of the narrow gate, and that did it for me. I was like, oh, I've got to be that person to make it through the narrow gate. That's what my mind told me at 8 years old. So I copied that person. And no, it was not easy. It took a lot of patience and a lot of loving, caring for everyone, to be like a true humanitarian type person. So throughout my life, even when I was younger, I can remember always wanting to be the helpful person. Let me help. And then as I was 18, I had my own place. I still had 8 to 10 people living with me because somebody always needed a place to live. And I had the house or the trailer or whatever it is that I was living in. I would invite them in because they needed a place to live. And it didn't bother me because I liked being around a lot of people anyways. So that's what I did. And then there was a couple times when I, didn't have anybody living with me where, I went to Texas and Florida and went and did my own thing. But I was always a very people person and cared about people and liked helping people that were in need, even at a young age. And all the way up until a few years ago even, I had 8 to 12 people living with me. And it was because, some people were just in need of a place to live. Some people were doing drugs and were having a hard time getting off of them. And I wanted to be there to help them if I could. Some people just needed a place to stay for a moment till they got their first paycheck. And, a lot of these people that I let into my house, I didn't judge them. I didn't look at them in a bad way. I don't look at people because they have something going on in their life. I didn't judge them. So just because we'll use smoking weed as an example, something I haven't done in 20 years. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I just chose not to do it after I had children, right? So, knowing that I was bringing 2 kids into the world, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that no more. That was just a choice. Now, does everybody have to do that? No, they don't. But does that make me who I am? No, not really, because whether I smoked it or not, it doesn't make me a good or bad person. It was just something that I did. My heart was always wanting to help people. And always invited them into my house. And always in the back of my mind, it was always I have to be this person. I have to be that kind, caring, compassionate person. And so I did. I made myself have patience a lot of times. And there was some times when there would be people that come into my life that weren't so pleasant. And when they weren't so pleasant to me, I wasn't so pleasant to them. But by no means would I ever wish ill will on them or anything like that. I'm a big, you treat me how you want to be treated. And I feel like that's what got me to where I am today, is by treating people how I wanted to be treated. Well, I always wanted to be treated well, so I treated others well. Did it matter what title of the company you had, or, because in my mind, the millionaire down the street is no better than the homeless guy down the street. My mind doesn't work like that. And I'm not a very materialistic person. Now, do I like having nice things? Of course, everybody likes having nice things. But you know what? I can live without those nice things. I'm okay. I just need the necessities to get by in this world at this moment. I got very fortunate that when somebody smashed into my truck that I had no truck payments on, that I took that money and got a new car. That, my God, it's been 15 years since I had a new car. Cool. Got a new car, but guess what? I got a payment, and that sucks. I didn't want the payment. But I got a nice running car. And can I live without it? If I had to. If I had to live without it, I could. Because I know that everything I need, the Most High is going to give me everything that I need. In any given moment. Whatever I need, He's always there for me. The Most High is always there for me. And I don't have any regrets on being that super nice, kind, compassionate person, because when the day arrived back in 2017 and I felt what took place on earth, I knew something happened, but because of what I was taught, it wasn't what I thought. Like, what I was taught wasn't exactly what happened, wasn't what I was taught. And I was like, what in the world just happened? And so, I wouldn't say that I just came into sudden enlightenment. So once I found out what was taking place and then I stood in the truth, that's when I got fully activated, like the light body within us. So when we start, making thine eye single, you fill your body with light. God is light. You fill yourself with the Most High, amazingness. Then I meditate a lot. So I meditate a lot as much as I can. I like to sun gaze. All my thoughts are never negative thoughts. I will always carry a positive thought. So I think what brought me to this place in this given moment is because I was that super nice person all the time, even when I was getting beat down by the world. Like, I've taken my beating, okay? I've been to hell and back, whatever. But by being kind and nice to people, that's how I got to where I'm at. And did I have the full understanding of what was in the Bible? The red letters. Like, I understood the red letters. Now, when you read them in different ages of your life, you start understanding them a little differently than you did when you were a kid. But even as I read them as a kid, they still led me in the way that I needed to copy the heart of that person. And our heart is very important on how we feel towards people, how we act towards people. Because you got to know, the Most High knows everything. Knows your heart, knows your thoughts, knows your everything. Everything. So, you can try to hide things, but you're not going to hide them from the Most High. And it's just really cool. So if anybody wants to know what I do now, like as far as like the kind of steps that I take now to continue on with like this spiritual awakening process, I've gotten it down to where I eat very little throughout the day. So I could get away with eating a couple spoonfuls of peanut butter, and I drink Red Bull, so that probably not that great for me, but I'm trying to get away from those. But so give or take, okay. But I do know that peanut butter is delicious, And I know that when you meditate a lot, which I sun gaze in the morning, sun gaze in the evening, and I meditate throughout the day. So when you meditate and you activate the light body, the light will actually feed you, because it's kind of like manna from heaven. The light feeds you. So can I get away without eating peanut butter? Probably. But I mean, I like to eat once in a while, you know. I'm not like a total don't eat anything type person. Sometimes I break down and have some snacks, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I eat some snacks here and there. When I see a good, you know, dessert or something I like, I'll eat it. But for the most part, I try to eat very light and like peanut butter. I like those fasting crackers. I like those. I'm a very plain, boring type of eater. It probably drives everybody nuts, because everybody's like, Karen, try this, try that, da-da-da. And I'm like, nah, it's okay, I'm fine. And because I've noticed, like, when I don't eat a lot, the energy within me is like that light's activating, and it's really a cool feeling within. And when I come across negative people, I try my hardest to not get involved. I try to just like keep on walking, or no, I don't want to talk about it, or just move on. Because arguing and all that kind of stuff isn't where we're supposed to be. And oh my, if there isn't a lot of arguing out there. So, through this process over the past few years, well, prior to 2017, I was already deep diving into, like, you know, the truth and like what was going on for real in this world and that kind of thing. And then after that process in 2017, I started diving into books. And the back of my car, I have like 20 books back there, and some of them I've read all the way, some of them I've read partial, some I haven't even touched yet, but I have them and I'm reading them. And I have another one right here. It's called The Light on the Path, and it's a really good book. And I'm gonna read The Nature of God in my next video, and it's really cool. And so I'm gonna go ahead and read that on my next video. But I just wanted to come on in case, you know, because people like to know what other people are doing, and like I share a lot of what I do, like just as my daily stuff, what I do. So like the other day I made a video of dancing because I kind of had a stressful day. I came out, I went, you know, dancing out in the middle of the field, you know, just to kind of decompress. And I kind of like, my videos are like, that's kind of what I do to deal with what's going on and that kind of thing. Now, will I help people that are in need? Of course I will. I will always help whoever needs help. If somebody's having a hard time understanding what is going on, I give them my number and I'm like, hey, come on, give me a call. I'll, you know, talk you through as much as I can, or try to help you understand. I'm there. I'm totally there. But for the most part, it was kind of a sudden thing, but standing in the truth, it took a moment, because it wasn't until I understood that what we believe has an effect on our path. So how we believe and what we give our power to, it does have an effect on our path. So, I know that I am one with the Most High, and that's, I don't give my power to the character that I was copying all my life, you know. So there is a difference when you know and stand in the truth. It's so cool how you could tell when people are standing in ignorance. And I know that there's always more for me to learn. Like I'm not even completely all the way there yet, but I know that I get the gist of what's taking place and what's going on. But the more I learn, I got more to learn. Like, it's just insane how much knowledge is out there for us to, like, absorb. And every little book and everything has a little bit of information everywhere. And it's like, wow, like, seriously. So it's really cool. But for the most part, like, on a given day, I just, like, go about my regular business. I meditate, sun gaze, read as much as I can. Sometimes I have a hard time meditating. So, like, sun gazing has really made it easy for me to get into that meditation process. And because a lot of people do, they have a hard time meditating. And I mean, I have to admit, sometimes it's hard to sit still for a certain amount of time. And anyway, so I know that, like, in this given moment, when we go to sleep at nighttime, we need to be going to sleep with positive vibes. Positive, like, the higher you vibrate, I feel like the more protection you have around you and nothing can come around you. Like, so I know people think I'm crazy when I tell them I'm invisible and nothing can come against me. And, like, it's kind of funny, but, like, I've actually seen people, like, move away from me. And I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, I want you to be close to me. Get over here, you know? But, so it took me a minute to kind of understand that. And, but the higher your vibration, the more, I guess, of the aura that you're putting out, and you are protected, and you are worthy, and you are amazing, and you are beautiful. So don't ever let anyone try to tell you that you're not, because you are. And my best advice would be to keep seeking the truth. Stand in who you are. Don't let no one tell you that you can't be somebody. Because what you think is what it is. That's it. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Be yourself. Love yourself. And, you know, it's really cool, but I can honestly say that I love everybody. I do not, I don't dislike anybody. Okay, there's some things, like, there's some actions of other people that I don't really care for, but I still genuinely love everybody. And, it takes work to get here. It's not easy to always try to be patient. It's not always easy trying to keep that smile on your face, even when you know, like, the worst is yet to come. And it's not always easy. It's not. I mean, to think of some of the things that are going to take place and to keep a smile on your face through it, but knowing that, you know what? The Most High's got this. And that's all you got to do is just give it to the Most High. Let yourself not be troubled. There's no need for it. And so I would just say, stay on a steady meditation path. Live, laugh, love, help out wherever you can help out anywhere, whether it be physically, financially, emotionally, wherever you can help somebody else out, take part. Be that superhero for that person. Take time to listen. Tell somebody they're beautiful today. Maybe they've never heard, maybe no one's ever told them how beautiful they are. And maybe they just need that little bit of somebody to tell them how amazing they are. And just, be that person that really, pumps somebody else up. Now, am I always this happy and chipper? For the most part, yes, I am. There are times when anybody tries to argue with me or whatever, I won't play into it. I try not to play into it. Sometimes it gets me, but not often, because I'm not like, life's too short for that little mediocre, childish, arguing crap. I like staying in my bubble. I sure do, because it's a lot calmer. But I know that there's a lot to be done, and I gotta keep my reading up, and I'm gonna try to keep making my videos and help along any way I can. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers, but you know, what do you do? If they are to go out, they'll go out. If not, then they won't. No biggie to me. So anyways, I love you guys. Have a beautiful evening, and I will be back with another video. And the next one's gonna be the nature of God. All right. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I love you.